this one we eventually got the COO from Governor Fashola 2015 by the grace of God. So it was like a blessing in disguise. However, after that, the people we bought from one litigation to the other, to this, to that, and at the end of the day, everything came out victorious. Praise the Lord. And that's why I started with, we give you all the glory. We give God glory. This is a land that is blessed. It was a goal that God intentionally kept for us. Because when we eventually got the title of that one in 2015, to be honest with you, I bought that land 650,000. But at that time I sold it to 1 million naira. Not knowing the trouble that will come. So sometimes real estate advice people that are talking all that is until you get possession of your land before you can know your profit. Yes or no? Yes, you can't even know your profit at that time. So God take the glory. So God just kept it as a glory for us. So this place will take you possession to the glory of God. The title is a gazette, and then we're also doing our governor's consent. We started it, so anybody that is going to be buying will be buying into a governor's consent property. And we have buildings and land. We are very limited now, actually, very, very limited.
Hello. How are you doing? Yeah.
Commercial. Then here we have the residential 600, 300, 400. Then we have it as a semi-detached bungalows, and these are detached bungalows. And though it's very, very building houses is no longer so attractive for developers. So I have a witness. It's only me that is feeling like that. It's very, very unattractive now because of the way market prices are. And many people are into a lot of trouble because by the time you sell and then price changes becomes a big trouble. And this is off plan, it's not already built. So we are very careful about that. So we have put a certain amount of houses that once we get to that unit, we are going to stop sales. So the other ones, by the grace of God, if price changes, we'll use those ones to mitigate the losses that might come from the other one, which we pray there shall be no losses by the grace of God. So the land is dry, it's good to go. You want to do your building approval, you can do your building approval. If you buy the land straight away, we will assist you in everything you want to do. And then we are selling the land at launch price at 30 million, right? 30 million for 600 square meters. 300 square meters is 15 million for 300 square meters. So the commercial is ×2 of the residential, which is 60 million. Commercial, anything facing this road. I'll be happy to take questions from you. If you have any question you want to ask about the neighborhood, the exhibition, the Gazette name is My Dawn Gazette 2012. So, and it's the same title it's the same root title we have in our phase 2. How many of you know our phase 2? Phase 2 is just right there. You can see the roof from here. So it's the same title that covers all of us and some other estates that we share boundaries here. Thank you. Any questions on this project or on efficacy itself? So I would like to talk about the bungalows. Do I have the drawing for the semi-detached? So we have improved the design of the semi-detached. Okay. The semi-detached, we've changed it. You see that our semi-detached, they're actually not touching each other. So it's almost like a detached, but we have to play smart with the design because once we call it a detached, and we don't put a wall touching them, we'll need to leave at least about 6 meters or 3 meters from each other for us to get approval. So we have been able to play around, but indirectly your clients are getting more or less like a detached because they are not sharing any wall, but we left like a 1.5 meter wall between the two of them. We put a block there and we put gardens for the two of them. So somebody here can decide to have a vegetable garden. This man owns half of this side, this man owns half of this side. So this one can access through this place. This place will be blocked at the back. Their front will be separated by curbs. Are we following? Yes, this is design. Please bring it forward. Since they do not hang it well, They will be our anger today. You just need to stand on something. Oh yeah, who is tall amongst you? Okay. So, no. If you can put your hand. Okay. So I think it's fine. Good. So this is the design. So it's an upgraded we call it semi-detached, but in the real sense it's detached. They are not sharing any wall. So one of the experiences we've had with our bungalow sharing wall is because the wall is like a 9 inches wall, somebody on the other side is doing a TV console on his side, screwing into the wall. The other person too is drawing another big TV hanger. The dividing wall easily gets weakened. Has any of your clients experienced that? So we've had to be going back to be helping them refix the middle wall. So this time around, we are calling the semi-detached, but in the real sense, it's a detached. So this space now is about 1.5 between them, and then we now put a wall. So there's a wall separating them at the back, and there's a small access in front. So this man now, this is his own garden in front. Then this one, his own garden is behind. So it's more or less like a detached. And we also add a little bit of aesthetics to it. But we are selling only semi-finished. So people have been asking, what is semi-finished? So as much as possible, we try to remove items that foreign exchange controls. The dollar controls them. If dollar becomes 500 naira, 5,000 naira. Once I can build block and cement, put windows. Window 2 is controlled by dollar. I hope you know, because most of the windows are imported. But we are going to be putting doors. We will put windows. We will plaster. We will do the roof. We will do everything external as it is. The things we will not do wiring. We will not put these fittings. We will not do external door. We will not do tiling. We will not do POP. Are you following me? So whoever buys and take their time and do the finishing by themselves. And we'll give a timeline of 18 months. So once we hand over to you, we want you to go and finish within 18 months. Before we took this decision, we've had to go around some estates that do carcass.
Hello. Yeah, already.
We had to go to some estates that do carcass. And we saw that some estates, 5 years, 10 years, they built and nobody's living there. Why? Because they are sold as semi-finished. So the people that bought them are not motivated to go and finish. So please let your client know that they buy, like giving them 18 months to do the finishing once we do handing over to them. So everything internally, kitchen, everything, we are not doing that. But we'll build, we will plaster, we will put pipes for you. The conduit pipes, then you do all your testing, but everything external we will do. Does that sound good? And that also takes a lot of liability off our head. To a large extent, there will be no issue of you did my kitchen, you didn't do it well. What we are trying to sell is affordable housing. So you will be comparing the kitchen of bungalow with the kitchen of Lekki phase 1. I hope you understand. So if you want Lekki phase 1 kitchen, put it by yourself. So this one now is for 40 million naira only. 0 to 6 months payment plan. If you are paying more than 6 months, there's a price for it. For I think the maximum is 18 months. Yes, as stated on the form. So this is the kind of semi-detached we are doing now as much as possible. Do you have any questions? Okay, it's also sitting on 300 square meters. It's sitting on half a plot. The size of the land does not change. Our previous semi-detached is also sitting on 300 square meters. So the footprint of the building is the same thing. For fully detached is 50 million. That is the fully detached. Also semi-finished. The fully detached is sitting on 400 square meters. The fully detached is the upgraded version of the detached we know that we have in phase 3, we have in phase 2 and the rest. So we've added some aesthetics with all these star walls. All of this external work also will be done, but no internal will be done. We only plaster the inside. You do your POP, wiring, doors, styling by yourself. But we're also selling it as semi-finished. Yes, sir. Morning, sir.
Does that mean the plumbing works? Will that be done?
We will do all plumbing works. But before your, yes, with electrical. But we are not doing wiring.
You're not doing wiring, so the piping be
piping
laid.
will be done so that we can
The
plaster.
sockets, the internal socket will be laid.
Yes.
But the exterior sockets,
No.
light switches, none of that.
No, there's no socket when you're doing piping. There's still the conduit plates.
Conduit plates, yes, please.
All of that will be there so that we can plaster it.
Very well.
If we don't do that, when we plaster, that means you will start breaking again to lay. So we'll do all of that. But again, after we've done the piping, you are the one to responsible for your fittings, connection, and all of that. Yes. Are you tired? I'm asking them. DB. No, we are not putting DBs, but the space will be there. If you put DB on a house that you are not complete, they will remove all the fuses now. They will steal everything away. It will be gone. So just do the space there. When they come, they put their DB and put all the fuses there.
The switch where they control
Yes, sir.
lights.
Okay, ma'am.
Big post where they inside.
So my question is, what in terms of documentation and everything, so this is land, they cannot see the foundation or anything.
So we are just starting. We'll go and pray on the foundation. So that's why we are doing the foundation today. Yes, very good. Okay. Okay. All right. So by the grace of God, I'm sure. I think I have one of the residents in phase 2 was here. I don't know if you have got Mr. Jacob. You can testify that we have approval for our buildings. Even if you go to the phase 2 gate, you'll see all the approvals on the board. So we obtain our approvals. We have applied for approval for all the buildings we are doing. So we are doing a development plan for all our buildings. And then the people that are now be coming to do their own land will bring their own drawings to us. We'll vet it to ensure that it's in compliance with all the approval standard of Lagos State government. Then we are not allowing more than one story building. I think everybody else should know that that's our system in PKC. As much as possible, we don't like our estate being crowded, congested. So just one story building. So on 600 square meters, you can only have 4 families there. So that your residents will not be parking on the street and all of those things. 4 families. If you're having one story, you can also have a paint floor. And your paint floor should not be more than 60 or 50% of the entire space, according to Lagos State government laws. Yes. So all of that is. So when you also talked about soil test, even despite the fact that we can sit here, we are still doing a little bit of raft for our bungalows. Not because the soil is not good, but we also know that the soil here has some level of loamy soil and clay underneath. So we are still doing raft for our bungalows. Yes. But not 1.2, 600. So we have all that. Yes, sir.
Okay, boss, good day.
Good day, sir.
And greetings to everyone. I'm wishing us faster sales already.
Amen.
So in addition to that, I want to ask you if the prices are all inclusive.
No, sir. So the price I've given are just for the buildings and for the land. So we have on the form there's development levy, and there is survey, and there is deed of assignment. So all of that are stated on the form. Thank you. It's not all inclusive. Somebody was raising up his hand. I don't know whether at the back. Okay. Person at the hand.
Morning, sir.
Morning, ma'am.
A little bit out of the estate. First of all, we had an argument a discussion in our process. We couldn't get an exact answer, so we said, okay, when we get here, we'll ask her. Let me call you a learned person. Why do some estates sell 600 square meters and why do some sell 500 square meters? We want a professional response to it.
Okay.
Secondly, on this property, can a twin duplex be built on a 300 square meters?
Thank you. Let me release you guys. Come on, my shake for me. Hey, power learn. But
Yeah, I don't know too. So, me too, I don't know that question.
All right.
That first
Let
question.
me tell you, as a professional in the industry, I've also seen people sell 150 square meters. Do you think you build on 450 square meters and you get approval? You can't, really. You've just bought a garden. That's the honest truth. 150 square meters is like 10 by 15. 10 by 15, I can comfortably say is like from here to that pillar, and then maybe to Uche, go to that side. End of this pole. Yeah, this is like 150 square meters. So, and government requirement says that between your boundary and your building should be 3 meters. So if you take 3 meters from that 10, what is left? 7. Take another 3 meters again from 7, what is left? 4. So your house is like this, from this pole to this pole. So when you have your bed, every other place is a passage from.
Okay.
That is if you will get an approval. Okay. Now, if you now do a 300 square meters, you will also see that our 300 square meters is designed such that it is 20 by 15. If I give you any dimension that is not 20 by 15, you will struggle to get approval to build. So we make it that the front is 15, the length is 20. So for a front of 15, the side facing the road, you need 6 meters from government. So if I take my 6 meters from the 20 that is the length, I have 14. I take 3 meters, then I have 11. So I have a building space of 11 in front, right? And by width, I need 3 meters, 3 meters. So if I remove 3, out of 15, I have 9. 9 meters is still very good for the width of the building. Averagely, this canopy should be about 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. So 9 meters is these two canopies. That is wide enough for a house, Abi? 300 square meters. So on the 300 square meters, you will struggle to build a duplex, meaning that one wing will be this place to this place. You can do that in Lagos Island where lands are expensive. But here, if you build that here, you will not get value for it. Because anybody that is coming as far as Oribawa will want to get some space, right? And it's not as if the land is very expensive. So on a 300 square meter, we usually suggest that it should not be more than 2 family houses. It's either you build one duplex in front using the whole front and then do another one at the back. So it will just be all the way to the back. So the two of them will not be facing the front. Or you just do flat. One flat on the entire ground floor, another one at the top. So many estates also do 500 square meters. But we chose to do 600. So that when you are also doing a full semi-detached, you can do a 4-bedroom semi-detached with a BQ. If it's a 500 square meters, you cannot do 4-bedroom semi-detached on a BQ. It's about choice. But our own 600 gives you liberty to do a much more luxurious semi-detached 2 wings of 2 places. Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I want to find out if there is any recreational facilities available for this estate. Yes, sir. There are recreational facilities available. This is one of it we put here, and then we also have one reserved here. We intend to have, just like we have on the other estate, a mini football stadium. People will be able to choose whether they want football or basketball. I think they'll prefer football. Phase 1, we did a swimming pool that they are not using it, and the thing is just rotting away. So I think the most effective one was still be a football. Yes. So that's.
But most people now still public swimming pool they big so now. Most swimming pool.
Good afternoon, Doc. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, private.
I just want to know, are you thinking of the legal implications for somebody who has paid or was not able to finish his house within the 2 weeks? And you said,
I changed my mind.
will it back to you? Are you going to back to you?
Okay, so we usually put it in the contract, and once the contract is breached, what will result is to refund their money. So that's it. So in that case, they end up losing. But as much as possible, our motive is not to get the property back, but so that it will not devalue the estate, and that will give them the motivation to want to do it on time. That's why we extended it to 18 months. If not, if the house has been done semi-finished, they could actually finish it in 6 months. But we know some people want to take some breathe, and then that's why we extended it to 18 months. Yeah, it's usually in the subscription form. We put in the subscription form when they are buying. Even the same thing with land. You don't buy our land and go and sleep. Oh, we give a maximum of 2 years. 2 years. So by the time they finish paying, after 2 years is post allocation. So if you are paying within 1 year, you finish paying. After 1 year, we'll give you 2 years. So within that 2 years, you start your journey of building approval, soil test, design. You might get your approval in 9 months, 1 year, and then. So the development we are saying is not that your house is fully built, but you've seen foundation don't have these clauses there. Some of them bought land since 2010, but because it was not there, they cannot enforce it. They've not developed. And what that means is the place will not appreciate in value. Yes. Thank you. Any more questions? If there are, let's just take a walk to the foundation and open this estate for sales and for prosperity.
Hello. Alpha.
How are you?
How is it now? This thing is it a drone or what?
It's not what?
Where is it? Where is it?
It's not a drone, no. It's what?
It's big, oh, like.
It's not drone, no.
Does it go up?
No.
No, they go up.
Let's just compete. Let's compete.
No, I know Sabi flying like that. It's here.
Why you not asking everyone? You have your own. And
it looks like those what they use for farming, like
farming.
They used to spread seeds.
Oh.
No, there's a drone like that. That's how I was asking. But this one doesn't go up.
Doesn't go up.
Like they reach up.
Doesn't go up. This is the highest.
That's the highest.
But they all can go up there.
They all can go up very well.
Very well.
Talk to you now. Is that the highest?
They all can go up.
No, my own can go up.
This one is for indoor. But like if you are inside the hall, the town hall.
But my own, I can't turn around. I'm scared.
You can't turn around. You're using a drone.
I'm scared. It turns around, but me, I'm scared. I don't want it to crash.
Oh, you don't want it to crash?
I dream of
Wait, this time they go up. This time this start to go up.
I beg, I dey fear. May no go for.
Wait, when this place start to go up?
No, I don't be surprised to go up and say.
Wow. I can't see it though.